Hello everyone, in this video I am going to teach you how to solve systems of linear equations using elimination method. Okay, so let's begin with this example. Okay, so to do the elimination method or to use the elimination method, the first thing we need to remember is that the two linear equations should be in the form of ax plus by equals c. Okay, the two equations. So the first equation is already in that form. Okay, you can see xy equals sign and the constant. The second also is in that form. So that means we don't have any problem with that. So we will go to the next step, which is, are we going to add them or subtract them? Because we can either use addition and subtraction, but the objective is, if we add the terms, will there be an answer that is equal to 0? I'm talking about the x terms. Will that be equal to 0, or the y terms? Will that be equal to 0? Let's see. So if we add the terms, 2x plus x, will that be equal to 0? The answer is no. How about negative y and y? Negative y plus y, will that be equal to 0? Yes. So if one of the two terms, the x terms and the y terms, will be equal to 0, if we add them, then we will use addition. Okay, so this will be equal to 0. 2x plus x is equal to 3x equals negative 6. Okay, 4 plus negative 10 is negative 6, and then divided by 3 on both sides. Therefore x equals negative 2. Next, we need to solve for x. In solving for x, or in solving for y rather, we just need to choose any of the two equations. Let's choose the second one, x plus y equals negative 10, and then we will replace x by negative 2. Okay, and then solve for y. Of course, we will add 2 on both sides. This will be y equals negative 8. So the x is negative 2 and the y is negative 8. So if we want to represent uh, represent the answers as a coordinate in the Cartesian plane, this is how we express them. Okay, negative 2 and negative 8. Next. Okay, again, the first thing you need to consider is that the two equations should be in the form of ax plus by equals c. The first one is already in that form. The second one is not, so we need to do something in the second equation. So to make this, or to transform this, the second equation, into ax plus by plus c, I'm going to add y and subtract 7 on the right side, and I will also do that. No. I will only add y on both sides. So cross that out. This will be 2x plus y equals 7. That's what we want. Okay, so now the second equation is already in the form of ax plus by plus c. Okay, I'm going to rewrite the first equation here. The next thing we will do is, we need to ask ourselves, are we going to add or subtract the terms? So let's try first the addition. 2x plus 3x, will that be equal to 0? No. How about y plus y? Will that be equal to 0? So no. So we will not use this one. How about the subtraction? 2x minus 3x, that's negative x. Y minus y, will that be equal to 0? Yes. So that means we will subtract the terms here. So 2x minus 3x is negative x. Obviously, that will be equal to 0. 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Okay, and then let's divide both sides by negative 1. So the x will be positive. X equals negative 4. And then let's solve for y. Let's use the any of the two equations. You can choose the original equation or the other one. Okay, so let's just use the first equation. 3x plus y equals 3. Okay, and this will be 3 times negative 4 plus y equals 3. It's negative 12, right? 3 times negative 4 is negative 12, plus y equals 3, and then add 12 on both sides. This will be y equals 15. Okay, so to express this as a coordinate in the Cartesian plane, it's going to be negative 4 and 15. Okay. Let's go to the third example. Okay, so are the terms already in the form of ax plus by, or are the equations already in the form of ax plus by plus c? The answer is yes. Okay, so here, let's go to the next step. Are we going to add them or subtract them? So if we add the x terms, will that be equal to 0? No. How about the y terms? Will that be equal to 0? No. So if the answers are no, that means we will be moving on to the next thing that we will do. And that is what? We need to make the two numericals, the numerical coefficients of either the x or the y terms the same. So meaning, just ask yourself these questions. Can I multiply a number to 4 to make it 2? I'm talking about integer. Can I multiply an integer to 4 to make it 2? No. How about multiply an integer to 2 to make it 4? Is there a number like that, or is there an integer like that? So the answer is yes, right? So we can multiply 2 to 2 to make it 4 because we want terms that will be, or that will have the same numerical coefficient. So that means I'm going to multiply this by positive 2. This will be equal to, not 2x. This will be equal to 4x because we will multiply that. 2 times 3y is plus 6y. And then 2 times 8 will be 16. Okay? So 2 times 2x is 4x, and then 6y equals 16. And then I'm going to rewrite 4x plus 5y equals positive 2. So here it's clear that we will use subtraction, because 4x minus 4x will be equal to 0. That's what we want, right? 6y minus 5y is equal to y, and then 16 minus 2 is equal to 14. So we have the y, we just need to solve for x. This time, let's use the second equation. So 2x plus 3y equals 8. 2x plus 3 times 14, our y is 14, equals 8. So 2x plus 14 times 3, or 3 times 14, will be equal to 42 equals 8. And then I'm going to subtract 42 on both sides. This will be 2x equals negative 34, right? And then divided by 2 on both sides. Therefore, x equals negative 17. Okay? So our answer will be negative 17 and 14. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next example. I think I have 5 examples here. Again, the first thing we need to consider is that all the two equations should be in the form of ax plus by equals c. So the first equation is already in that form. The second is not. So that means I will just subtract 1 on both sides. So that will be equal to x plus y equals negative 1, right? And then I'm going to just rewrite the first equation here. Okay. So we want terms here, either the x terms or the y terms, should have the same numerical coefficient, right? But here, obviously, they don't have that. Okay. So what I will do is, you can decide, if you want to make that x be equal to 3x, or to make that y to be equal to 5y. So my choice is the 3 because it's lesser than 5. So I'm going to multiply this by 3. The result will be 3x plus 3y equals negative 1. Negative 1, negative 3. Okay, 3 times x is 3x, 3 times y is 3y, 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. And then, obviously, both 3x and 3x are positive, so I'm going to use subtraction. That will be equal to 0. 5 minus 3 is equal to 2y. Negative 7 minus negative 3. I know some of you that seems like, what? Negative 7 minus negative 3. So negative 7 minus negative 3. Once you see those two minus signs or negative signs, that will be plus. So it's like negative 7 plus 3, which is equal to negative 4. Okay, they have different signs, so you will subtract them. And keep the sign of the one that has a greater value. Okay, 7 is greater than 3. Next, we are solving for y here, so I will divide both sides by positive 2. So this will be y equals negative 2. Let's solve for x. Let's use the second equation again. So x plus y equals negative 1. Okay, y is negative 2, so this is x minus 2 equals negative 1. I will add 2 on both sides, therefore x equals 1. So the answer for x is 1, and then for y is negative 2. Okay. Let's go to the last example. 2x minus 5y minus 8 is equal to 0. It's not in the form of ax plus by plus c, so we have to do something here. I will just add 8 here on both sides. So that will be crossed out. That will be equal to 0. So this will be equal to 2x minus 5y equals 8. So in the second equation, we just need to switch 7y and negative 3x, their places. So negative 3x. Okay, I think I need more space on the right side. So this becomes 2x minus 5y equals 8. And that the second equation will be negative 3x plus 7y equals negative 11. Okay. So here, again, the first thing or the second consideration that you need to think about is that the numerical coefficient should be the same. So obviously they're not. 2 and negative 3, that's different. Negative 5 and 7, they are different. So you have to answer these questions again. Is there an integer that you can multiply to 2 to make it negative 3? No. How about negative 3? Multiply an integer to negative 3 to make it positive 2. No. Let's go to the y's. Is there an integer that you can multiply to negative 5 to make it 7? No. How about multiply an integer to 7 to make it negative 5? There's none also. So which means, so what I will do here is I will find the least common multiple of 2, 3, and 5, and 7. So for 2, 3, if you're not familiar with the least common multiple, my advice is just multiply those two numbers, two numerical coefficients. It's going to be negative 6, negative 5, and 7 is equal to negative 35. So what I will do here is I will make either the x's or the y's, okay? I will make the x's be equal to negative 6, both of them, or the negative 5 and positive 7 be equal to negative 35, okay? So the decision is yours. But here, I think I will just make the 2x and 3x, negative 3x, be equal to negative 6x because it's a less number. Okay, it's less than 35. So to make that positive 2 be equal to negative 6, okay, it can actually be negative 6 or positive 6. It doesn't matter, okay? But here we want them to become negative 6. So let's multiply this by negative 3. This will be equal to, oh, no, let's not use that equal sign. This will be equal to negative 6x, right? Negative 6x. This will be plus 15y, right? And negative equals negative 24. Now the next equation, I'm going to multiply this by positive 2. Okay, by positive 2. So this will be equal to negative 6x plus 14y equals negative 22. Okay, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. 2 times 7 is 14y. 2 times negative 11 is negative 22. Now, since the numbers here are identical, I'm talking about negative 6 and negative 6, I will use the subtraction. So that will automatically be equal to 0. 15 minus 14 is y equals negative 24 minus negative 22. Here we go again. This is negative 24 minus negative 22. So you see those two minus signs side by side. That would be plus. Negative 24 plus 22 is negative 2. So that's our y. Solve for x. Again, choose any of those two equations. Let's choose the first one. 2x minus 5. I will replace the y by negative 2. Minus 8 equals 0. This will be 2x plus 10. Okay, that's negative 5 times negative 2. You're going to consider 5 as negative, and then minus 8 equals 0. This is equal to positive 2. And then I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides. This will be 2x equals negative 2. And finally, divided by 2 on both sides. Therefore, x equals negative 1. Okay, so that's our answer to this problem. Okay, so that's how we solve systems of linear equation using elimination method. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a great day.